Oh, excellent. Yep. Vikings, Gribblies,
So you got any predictions on this one? Are we going with the easy prediction, or do you reckon someone can do something a bit different to the Spartans?
like Vikings. I would say Vikings. Like, I love Gribbles, don't get me wrong. Like, Vikings are really good shaker. I mean, you've got Runt on that team, you've got CV on that team, and like Greasy as well is really, he's been playing with with Vikings for a few years now.
Mantis and Aaron Core are new this year. This is their first time, although Mantis has been playing for a very long time. Yeah. I used to play down in Hobart. I've been in Canberra for 3 years, but before that I was in Hobart. And Mantis was down there for a number of years when I was down there. And it's just her first time out at a competition. So she's been playing for a while.
Let's have a look where the action is. So we've got green at blue. Let's have a look. So you've got Runt there. At home.
Blue Potato going for a green base. 2 shots. Gets a clean green base to start the game.
Stalker and Potato down at green. You got green at blue. I think Runt's still at blue. Yep. Look there.
So you can see it looks like there was a green player in blue base. So it looks like the Vikings early attack. No, they were just outside blue base. So it looks like the Vikings are trying to get into blue base. But there's also red players at blue base. So that looks like it's getting a bit of a fight there. I can also see a red attacker outside of green getting shot by a blue player. So red is into green base, but not staying in there. So again, looks like very little action at red base. It's very deep. Aaron Core gets 1 shot in. Gun poking out, I reckon. Another denial, this time on Gaza by Magcans. Nicely done. So again, we're seeing very little. There's nothing on the cameras at red base. They're clearly pushed out of the base. I don't think they split dump. I think they're just defending from the Rams. Aaron Core.
Is that Ghibli got the denial?
That was Ghibli. And then Magcans gets touched by Phoenix. Gaza going for green. Runt going. So many denials. Everything denials. Stalker now going for that blue base. Stalker showing them how it's done. Gets a clean blue base.
Yep. I've actually seen it being taken from admittedly in that kind of on the side of the barrel there in the middle. Usually it's taken from under or from a position that we call spider, which is
I mean, that barrel can provide good protection. If you know that front door is clear, that is a great place to take it from, because that spider, there's that little gap you can get shot through if the player's quick enough.
Now we have action at red.
Backhands, going to green. Gets it cleanly. So that was Mancans. So Spartans out to a very quick lead. They've got 3 bases, 2 greens, 1 blue. Again, talking about those offset bases. They're keeping all of their options open and probably going back and forth between them. That is one advantage, as we said, of that red base, is that blue and green distance is very quick. So if you want to attack to go back and forth between those 2 bases, it's a lot quicker than having to run up and down the ramp to and from red base.
Yep. And they can hear you coming too, though.
Oh, yeah. And that's why the red bases we see it's still empty. There are still no lights on any of the red cameras. And that's because the players have pushed out.
Still looking for each.
Gets a clean
first shot, clean pace. Again, he can just go home and chill out now for the rest of the game.
Yep, CV in blue, taking it from under the base, killing a few people coming in on the front door, getting it cleanly. CV is very good at that, defending himself or taking a base. And it is good to practice. If you do have a lot of time, you have 5 seconds to get those shots into the base. Might as well get a few extra pack points in between.
Definitely. I think that's the thing. Like it's also a game of patience, right? Like knowing how much time you have in between each shots and utilizing that to your advantage. So if you know someone's coming up, use that to your advantage.
Arbor going for a green base. Takes it cleanly. Very well done, Arbor. So that jumps the Gribblies over the Vikings into second place. Magcans now at blue, taking from under the base in that spider position. Finishes it off, tucked in. So Spartans now have 2 players with both their bases. They're probably going home to take the more defensive positions and let their other teammates out the attack.
All right, so we have action back at... I'll put the 5x3 up at around the mid-game point, just so everyone can kind of see where all the teams are at. So I'll put that back up in about a minute and a half for everyone to see.
So we're finally seeing players in red base. So those red defenders got back very quickly. They were clearly just sitting out of the base, watching all of those. We're taking some pot shots down into the maze. Oh, green has cracked it. That looks like Runt.
Front door.
And it looks like there is a red defender outside the back door that Runt was trying to wait for. Got a potato into blue base. So Spartans being very clean on these bases, getting through them nice and quick.
For anyone who is asking on the stream to see the 5x3, on our Facebook page, which is Queensland Rumble, we have 5x3 streaming there. So if you'd like to have the cameras up on a big TV on the home screen, you can also jump over to our Facebook group, that is Queensland Rumble, and we actually have the 5x3 that's streaming over there if anyone would like to see it too.
So I see a post in the chat, in Runt We Trust, that is a hobart code we all agreed with. Oh no, Arbol, team denies Gaza a green base. That hurts. So Vikings and Gribblies, both on one base. Gribblies do have the slight pack points lead, but unfortunately that denial has evened it up quite a bit. Spartans are well out ahead though. They've got their 6 bases. They're rotating really well. And you can see some red players outside of blue. Also see the green attack there. I can see Runt just outside blue base there doing. We have going for green. Scooby going in with green, gets the green base. And that puts the Gribblies out again to a bit more of a solid lead, solid second.
Spartans taking away with this. 13k. Vikings need to do something. They need to, open up the game a little bit. Perhaps maybe pull a third if they haven't already.
Yeah, and you can see CV is in under blue base. But unfortunately, CV already has blue base. So under is not the best position. He's trying to clear the base for his teammates. And that's, as I said, with the Vikings, they do have some strong players.
Yeah.
But two experienced players. Scooby going for red, Soropa going for blue, and they both get it cleanly. Which is unfortunate for the Vikings because those are the 2 bases that they need.
Yeah.
So that's going to slow them down even further.
10k, 2x5 is down. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Once I finish my shift, I'll go check with our tech guys just to see if we can bring it back up again for you all. But I'll bring it up now just because it's the halfway mark. Let's see where everyone's at.
Soropa's going for their green base, so you'll see that the Spartans only need 2 more bases, both on Raven. Raven is pretty good. I reckon she'll be pretty quick through those bases once she gets out on the attack. She's probably been pulling a solid defense.
Yep. Oh, we got Vikings got a couple denies. It's 2.5k denies. Gaza's lost 2k denies.
Half of that was from his teammate as well. It's really, and that can be tilting. That can be really tilting when it's a teammate that doesn't.
Yep.
Because you can't pay them back.
No.
As I was saying before, you can, at least if you pay someone else back for those denials, you feel pretty good. When it's a teammate, you can't.
You can't even get angry.
Right.
Blue.
Yep, lots of blue defenders, but Raven finishing her green base. As we said, she'll be pretty quick on those bases once she got out in the attack, so she's probably going to head to blue, which looks like there's a party. There are some green players at blue.
I'd probably like to say this, but I think green have guns. Yep. Right, wait. So,
that was Aaron Core. Finally gets that blue base. Well done. Persistence.
I think, Vikings. Yep.
Yeah, so they're
going to go.
Absolutely. They are 1 base behind the Gribblies, but they are nearly 6k pack points behind. So they need a few quick bases.
They need some bases.
And they've made the right call.
They need some hits on them.
Although Gyply is taking their nice empty green base now. That is unfortunate. The Gribblies still do need 2 more green bases. So giving up that green base is giving it up to the team they're trying to catch, which can be a bit of a hard call to make. Definitely.
Only got action at blue at the moment. All the rest of the bases are empty. So we can sit on this for a bit.
Yeah, it does look like a bit of a party at blue base. I wonder if green's going to have a go up at red. Because they haven't attempted any red bases so far this game. They've only been at blue, and they are still at blue. I can just see Mantis in there getting shot out. Greasy's just outside the door, going in, taking up the position, and having a shot. Oh,
denied by Gaza. Both making up those points he unfortunately lost a few minutes ago.
Yep. Earning them back. Red team is actually set up under blue base now. So it is a full 3-team party at blue base.
Yep. Okay, so they've gone up to red. All right, so Vikings have gone up to red,
which is a good call with the party at blue base. Although Gaza gets the green base, and Runt is in under blue base. Oh no, gets shot. Oh, that was Mantis. Sorry. Yeah, red is set up underneath now. It is a
got Vikings at Spartans base.
That might just be CV, because I can see a few Vikings still at blue base as well. So I reckon CV might have gone up to try and take a quick red base on his own.
Yeah.
And maybe keep there maybe a few red players that were shooting him in the back. And maybe at least keeping them busy at their own base so his teammates can go blue.
Keeping him behind. Yeah. Down at blue.
That can be very important if a base isn't being attacked. Those defenders can push right out and they can mess with an attacking team at the other base, just getting all of those shots in their back.
Yep.
So sometimes it's worth just sending a player out runt now, having him go at blue from under the base. Gets to
by who?
Scooby. And Phoenix finishing off their green base. That is everyone cycled that empty green base now.
Yep, good. It's a mean game of patience. You don't need to get it straight away. Gradually go.
So we're getting down towards that last minute. You
yep.
can see it's a pretty solid set in score, I think. Spartans are well out in the lead. Raven still needs her blue base, and it's a bit of a party there.
Yep.
But she wouldn't mind too much.
I think they recognise they don't need it. I think they know that they're well enough in their head. They've had a lot of action at their base, and they've gone and got a attack points. So I think they're pretty solid and good.
Yeah, and yeah, it's that last line defense player. You often have to accept the fact that you are not going to get all of those bases.
No,
but that doesn't matter. It's for your team,
and that's what I mean. And it's even if your last line, you did your part, you did your job, you kept people out. What you need to do,
and you can see she's got 4K pack points with one base.
Oh yeah,
so she's
really good, especially from a defensive position. And you see her line there as well on the bottom of her. It's a lot of lines that they have part of the game.
Oh, runt as another denial. So that is now 3K in denials on runt, and another 1.5K in denials across to that Kings team. So they've taken a big hit trying to get this blue base.
And I think yeah. So CV, we've also got Gaza up at red as well, and Arbel's up at red. Okay, so everyone's jumping up to red. Last couple minutes.
The Gribblies now have all their green bases. They've cycled at green, so there is no player going to be at green base for the rest of that game. That poor green referee is having a very bad time, and there is the game.
Game over. Right, so we have Vikings 15K with 2 bases. And then we have Gribblies 36K with 6 bases, and Spartans winning that game with 57K 9 bases. Let's have a look. Run. Unfortunately, using 3K overall in denials. Mantis with 1 deny, Aaron Core. So yeah, unfortunately the Vikings, they lost a fair few points in denials. You see probably perhaps in the last 4 minutes on Little Worm, they just kind of leveled out a little bit. Not a lot of action happening, unfortunately.
Yeah, they were still fighting at that blue base. So let's call out Mad Cancer. We're talking about Huskies 15K game. There's another 15K game.
Match the 15K game.
Not quite as high attack ratio, 163%, but still a killer game. Had a fantastic run, and 2 of his teammates is Stalker and Potato on 12K. So they've had a massive game.
Yep, big game. Clean, but except for Mad Cancer losing 500. Clean bases from everybody else. Yeah, it comes down to good communication, especially like we said in this maze. Like it's you can not easily get shot out, but you really have to have your communication down pat. You really have to make sure that your doors are cleared, because it is definitely one of those mazes where you can just pretty much pop your shots in when you run straight in, and you'll be able to get. So having that really strong communication, just being aware of your surroundings, and where your other teammates.
Oh, it's so important. Yeah. As we said, those bases are so open, and the communication is important. And then you see the Vikings, they fought over blue for most of the game, and they unfortunately did not win that fight. So